Hey, 7th grade, it is Mr. Frazier, and welcome to your 7th grade science lecture for Tuesday, March 24th, on my YouTube channel. Remember, if you like what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button, slam on that bell, and wait for alerts. You can donate to my Patreon account, just joking. But anyways, I miss you guys. I am so sad that we are not in Sacramento. But if I can make that trip up to you, I will. I hope you're doing well, that you are getting some basketball practice in, enjoying yourself with some Fortnite or Minecraft or Roblox, God help me. But for now, let's jump into our science lecture for today. Now, we already have discussed birds ad nauseum in class, in your reading. Remember, you have required reading in your parent letters every week. This is just a supplement, something to help if you don't understand certain things. But all the information from your test is in your book. All the information in these keynote addresses is from your book. This is just kind of a way to help you out. All right, here we go. Types of birds. Pages 269 to 275. That's a cool looking bird. Now, ornithologists are scientists who study birds. And people normally categorize or classify birds into 6 main groups. And they categorize these birds based on their anatomy and their behavior. So not necessarily where they live or what they look like, but how they eat, how they move, that kind of deal. So the 6 categories are perching birds, birds of prey, water birds, game birds, flightless birds, and tropical birds. So we're going to go through each group and kind of see how they are similar and see how they are different. First of all, we got perching birds. Now, that's not what I want. Perching birds have a perching feet that we talked about in class. That means they have 2 toes pointing forward and 1 toe pointing back. And that acts kind of like our hands. They can grab. A perching bird often is perching, which means like kind of holding on to a tree branch. And so if you have, duck feet, well, that's not going to help very much. You need something that can grasp and hold on. A perching bird is, most of them are what we call altricial, and that means birds that hatch with no feathers. So birds are bald. 2 examples of a perching bird are the nuthatch, which is a type of songbird. Songbirds are birds that you probably see in like Disney princess videos that have beautiful calls. If you remember when we were together and we were listening to those different bird calls and seeing if we could pick which one was which from the syrinx, that organ that makes their call. And the other is the tawny frogmouth. The bird just to our right is the tawny frogmouth, and if you look at its beak, you can see how it got its name, because it looks like a frog. Next, we have birds of prey. Now, in the animal kingdom, prey are animals that are hunted and eaten. Predators are the animals that hunt those prey. So it's a little confusing, but birds of prey are predator birds. We also call them raptors. In fact, because scientists believe that dinosaurs, or many of them, the like Velociraptor and T-Rex, may have evolved into birds. That's what scientists believe. They get that same name, like Velociraptor, or a raptor has these sharp talons. So birds of prey are birds that hunt and kill. They have sharp talons to grab small mammals or rodents like mice. Some examples are the peregrine falcon. You're going to need to know this, it's on your test. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird. It's technically the fastest animal because even though a cheetah can run very fast, flying is faster than running. And they can fly over 100 miles an hour. They are really, really fast. A secretary bird, you have a picture of it in your book, is a bird in Africa with very long, scaly legs that hunts snakes. And those long, scaly legs protect it from snake bites. Then you have bald eagles, which look like this. Look how rad that bird is. That's why it's the mascot, the symbol for America. And you see its sharp talons. That bald eagle is swooping down on some unsuspecting prey that's going to snatch it up with its sharp talons and eat it. Could be a fish, could be a mouse, and then finally another bird of prey, a raptor, is an owl. Next category is water birds. Dang it, we missed it. Water birds are precocial, and those are birds that hatch with feathers. Sorry, this is sorry that just scanned by, but so baby ducklings are born with feathers, so they are precocial. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Water birds are often called waterfowl because many of them are eaten for food in certain countries, like ducks or geese or swans. Other examples of water birds are pelicans or herons or ducks. Water birds' feet are not sharp talons or perching feet. They are webbed like a duck's because they live on the water most of all. They need to be able to swim, so it helps to have flippers instead of grasping toes. And if you look at these cute little duck's feet right there, next to the chicken doesn't have webbed feet. The duck does have webbed feet, so it has its 3 toes, and in between is that little membrane, and they can use that for paddling through the water when they're swimming. Alright, next is game birds. Game birds get their name because they're often hunted for food. Especially back in medieval days, you would eat whatever you could, and birds, like game birds, were hunted either by crossbow or bow and arrow, and later by guns. So if you think of turkeys, a turkey would be a game bird. Some game birds are megapodes, not all of them. You need to know this for your test. Megapodes are birds that do not care for their young. Most birds, when the egg hatches, will stick around. They will bring it food. They will, they will sit on top of it to keep it warm. They will protect it. But megapodes are birds that lay the eggs hatch, and they are out. And the baby chick has to fend for itself. Examples of game birds are quail, pheasant, and ruffed grouse. Here is a picture of a pheasant. There's long tails. Pheasants are found in Europe, and they're cooked kind of like chickens. Hence the term game birds. Next we have tropical birds. Tropical birds can often be classified in other groups as well, like perching birds, but they often group them around because they live in climate zones near the equator, the tropics, the torrid zone. Tropic birds are often very brightly colored, like parrots or a macaw. Parrots are the kakapo, or my favorite, the resplendent quetzal. See a picture of the resplendent quetzal, and look, he is quite resplendent. Look at those bright colors. It's like teal or aquamarine, green, red, bright red, and white. He does look quite resplendent. That word resplendent looks like glorious or majestically beautiful. Kabam! Flightless birds, our last section today. Obviously, flightless birds means birds that cannot fly. No mystery there. but their anatomies are designed differently than regular birds. Remember when we talked about how regular birds have hollow bones, and their feathers are designed in a way that utilizes the air so they can fly. Well, if you're an ostrich or a penguin and you don't fly, well, you don't need hollow bones because you're on the ground and you're running from lions and whatnot. You need to have strong, solid bones. Also, because they don't fly, their feathers do not need to direct airflow. So an ostrich's feathers are just for warmth and sometimes camouflage, but they are not designed to direct airflow. Look at that guy right there. Big old long legs, solid bones, fluffy feathers. Obviously, they are designed to live on land and not designed to fly away. Penguins, same thing. Their wings are designed to be hydrodynamic, so they can swim through the water quickly. But if you've ever seen them move on land, while it is cute, it is not very fast. So each category of bird is designed differently based on where they live, what they eat, and how they move. Anyways, that's the end of our lecture today. I hope you all are doing well. Can't wait until this is all over and we're back in the classroom. But in the meantime, wash your hands, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.